Good morning. Welcome back again. So now we are going to finish our second half of the type Eudagonia. Okay. So we studied the structure and cell division in Eudagonia. Clear? Now we are moving on to the reproduction in Eudagonia. How reproduction in Eudagonia take place? Usually the reproduction is asexual as well as sexual. Two methods are there. Asexual reproduction is by means of zoospores, aplanospores and akinets. Zoospores are very common, you know, they are the motile spores. They are having flagella. Aplanospores are the non-motile thin-walled spores. Akinets are the thick-walled spores. So, see here you can see how this reproduction is taking place. This is the methods. Vegetative reproduction is by means of fragmentation, and here this asexual reproduction is by means of zoospores. These are the zoosporangia, in which the protoplasm undergo contraction. The protoplasm become contracted and act as zoosporangium. Clear? Now the contents splits up, divides and produces zoospores. This is the zoospore. See the structure of zoospore. Zoospore is having multiflagellate structure, numerous flagella at its anterior end, and they are pear-shaped in structure. They have pyrenoids and they have a flagella. Clear? So, a typical zoospore is like this. This is the zoospore. Here you can see a huge number of flagella at one end. Okay, and all other parts like chloroplast and pyrenoids. So, zoospores are produced in the zoosporangium, and the zoosporangium it liberates out in a vesicle and liberates and germinates into new Eudagonium filament. Clear? So, that is the simple method of asexual reproduction, formation of zoospores. Now, we are moving on to the very important part, that is a sexual reproduction in Eudagonium. So, the sexual reproduction in Eudagonium is oogamous. What do you mean by oogamous? Here, the male reproductive part is called antheridia. Male reproductive part is called antheridia, and female reproductive part is called oogonium. Clear? So, it is called male reproductive part is antheridia and female reproductive part is oogonia. That is why this reproduction is called oogamous type of reproduction. See, in the last class we studied the vegetative filament. At its center there is the spherical shaped structure, that is the oogonia. In this diagram you can see this is the oogonia. Okay, and this is the other cells. Clear? And how this sexual reproduction taking place? So, based on the mode of sexual reproduction, there are two groups of Eudagonium or two species of Eudagonium. They are Macrandrus type and Nanandrus type. How it is arranged? This is arranged based on the structure of the type of the reproduction. Okay. So, there are Macrandrus type and Nanandrus type. Clear? See how this reproduction varies or differ in these two species. In Macrandrus species, both oogonia and antheridia produced in the same filament. Clear? So, in Macrandrus, both oogonia and antheridia produced in same filament. Clear? Okay. But in Nanandrus species, the antheridia produced in a separate small dwarf filament, and that filament is called Nanandria. Clear? Macrandrus, antheridia and oogonia in same filament, but in Nanandrus, antheridia is produced in a separate filament, that is called short filament known as dwarf male or Nanandria. Dwarf male or Nanandria. You can see in this picture, see here, This is the dwarf male or Nanandria. Clear? And this is the Macrandrus species. Here, this is the Oogonium. And here in another cell, you can see the production of Antheridia. See the difference. So, in Macrandrus, Oogonia and Antheridia in same filament. See, here you see, in Nanandrus species, Oogonia and Antheridia in different filaments. This is a different filament that attached here. So, this is in different filament. So, that is the fundamental difference between Macrandrus and Nanandrus. Clear? So, now we are moving on to Macrandrus type of reproduction. See how in Macrandrus this is taking place. This is the large globose structure, spherical structure known as Oogonium. It is having a structure, a portion called receptive spot. At this spot, the anthrozoids swim and attach. So, in another cell, the anthrozoids are produced in the structure of a particular cell. That cell is known as Antheridia. The protoplasm of the cell divides and Antheridia is produced. Clear? Now, this Antheridia look like our zoospore, having flagella. So, an Antheridia is usually like this with the flagella. See, this is a typical Antheridia, look like this with a flagella, multiflagellate structure. So, this Antheridium produce anthrozoids. It breaks the cell and anthrozoids are liberated in a vesicle, a structure, a vesicle forms. Now, this liberated anthrozoids swim and attaches the receptive spot of Oogonium. Where the wall dissolves, it enter inside and fertilization take place. Understood? So, Oogonia and Antheridia in same filament. Antheridia produces anthrozoids. Anthrozoids are liberated in a vesicle. They are the multiflagellate structure. They swim sometimes in water. Then they reaches and attaches to the receptive spot of Oogonium and enter inside the Oogonium and they fuses with the egg produced inside the Oogonium. This is the egg. Clear? Fertilization take place and diploid zygote is formed. This is the Macrandrus type. Okay. Now we are moving on to the Nanandrus type. How this type of reproduction taking place in Nanandrus? Look here. This is a structure in Nanandria. What is the Nanandrus type? Oogonia and Antheridia in different filaments. That is the fundamental difference I already told you. So, this is the Oogonia having the receptive spot, same like. How this antheridial filament is produced? This antheridial filament is produced from a structure called androspores. Clear? So, in the Oogonium producing same filament or on different filament, an androsporangia is produced. See the name, don't confuse. This is androsporangia. Androsporangia. Okay. Androsporangia produces what? Androspores. Okay, understood? So, another cell in the same filament or all different filaments that I will discuss later. Same filament produce androsporangia and androsporangia produces androspores. Androspores are also multiflagellate like Antheridia. Clear? They are motile. Now these androspores liberate out from this cell. Clear? They germinate and produces the dwarf filament known as what? Nanandria. Clear? So, androspores germinate and form dwarf filament called Nanandria. Clear? So, Nanandria is a small structure like this, a dwarf male, a small structure that contains at its tip there is a structure known as Antheridium. At its tip structure, a stalk and a tip only, tip contain Antheridium. This Antheridium produces anthrozoids. Clear? So, that is actually a somewhat confusing way How it produces the androzoids? Nothing. Here Androsporangia produces androspores. Androspores germinate and produce dwarf male or Nanandria. Dwarf male containing a short stalk and at its tip what? Antheridium. Antheridia produces androzoids. Now what happens? This dwarf male attaches to the cell of Eudogonium. See, dwarf male attaches to the cell of Eudogonium and from there they produces the androzoids. You have to remember that. Okay, this dwarf male, it attaches to the eudogonial filament and produces androzoids. Germination take place. So from androspores it germinates and produce dwarf male or Nanandria. Dwarf male attaches to the eudogonial filament where it produces androzoids. Androzoids move on to the oogonium, enter into it, fuses with the egg. All other processes are same in both cases. Clear? Now there are two cases. One is Gynandrosporus and another one is Ediandrosporus. What is that? Gynandrosporus means this androspores and oogonia in same filament. Okay, androspore and oogonia in same filament. That is Gynandrosporus. Ediandrosporus means androspore in another separate filament and oogonia in another filament. So there are difference between Gynandrospores and Ediandrosporus. Clear? I hope you understood well. Once more I will conclude. There are two types of life cycle, two types of Eudogonium undergoing sexual reproduction. One is Macrandrus, another one is Nanandrus. In Macrandrus species, oogonia and antheridia produced in same filament. Oogonia is a simple structure with an egg at the center. Antheridia produced in a special cell. Antheridia cell produce androzoids. Androzoids are multiflagellate structure. They liberated and attaches to receptive spot of oogonia and fertilization take place. Then what about a Nanandra species? These are of two types. Nanandra species means antheridia produced in separate cells. That is dwarf male or Nanandria. Okay. Then this is of two types. This Nanandria or dwarf male is produced from an androspore. Clear? Androspore is, if produced in the same filament where contain oogonium, is called Gynandrosporus. If androspore produced in separate filament, that is called Ediandrosporus. Androspore is formed in Androsporangia. That is also similar to Antheridia. Androspore liberated out, germinate and form dwarf male or Nanandria. This Nanandria or dwarf male is having a stalk cell and an apical cell. The apical cell or tip contain antheridium. That antheridia germinates, produces androzoids, multiflagellate androzoids. Androzoids swim and attaches to the oogonial cell. Fusion takes place with egg and fertilization and zygote is formed. This is a sexual reproduction in Eudogonium. This is very, very important and somewhat little more confusing. So you have to study it well. Now how its reproduction that we finished and how it undergo germination and how the filaments are produced. The oospore germinates and its wall, protoplasm splits. Now every content is inside this. No, this is diploid cell 2n that undergo meiosis and 4 haploid nuclei. Then it undergoes splitting division. Protoplasm number of bits. Each bits become zoospores and zoospores are liberated out and germination take place. That is given here. That is meiospores. Androzoid fusion take place, reduction division and meiospores formed. They germinate into a single filament of Eudogonium. Clear? Here also zygote undergo meiotic division, then meiospores formed that undergo germination and produces the vegetative filament. This is the sexual reproduction in Eudogonium. So, how the reproduction in Eudogonium take place? In Edagonium, the reproduction is asexual, vegetative and sexual. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation. Asexual is by zoospore formation, achainets and aplanospores. Zoospores are multiflagellate. Large number of flagella at its anterior end. Zoospores produced in zoosporangium. Clear? Then how sexual reproduction taking place? It is by the oogamous type, Antheridia and Oogonia producing. And there are two groups of Edagonium. One is Macrandrus, another one is Nanandrus. Macrandrus, Oogonium and Antheridia in same filament. But in Nanandrus, Oogonium in one filament, Antheridium in a dwarf male called Nanandria. How dwarf male is formed? Dwarf male is formed by germination of androspores. Androspores produced in androsporangia. These androspores are produced in same filament where Oogonium is present, that is Gynandrosporus. If androspores produced in separate filament, that is Ediandrosporus. So after fertilization, the zygote undergo meiotic division and the haploid spores produced, that is meiospores. Meiospores undergo germination and produces the vegetative filament of Edagonium. So that's all for reproduction in Edagonium. I hope you understood well and also study well. Have a nice day. Thank you.